Hello everyone, welcome to your pick a card reading. This is a message for the collective. These are messages from your angels, your ancestors, and your spirit guides. So I ask that you take a moment to really meditate on the image at the beginning of the video, or just truly pick whichever card stack you feel led to the most. That'll be the messages that you need to hear from your angels, your ancestors, or your spirit guides. So I'm going to start with stack number 1. This yellow card here is your final oracle card, and I'm going to say that for last. I just want to see what we have. All right, so we have distant thunder, the need to clear the air. It says Chariot, charge ahead with confidence, stay strong and focused. And honestly, just from these two cards alone, I'm already getting the impression that you need to clear your headspace too, okay? Because it says clear the air. Whenever I think of air signs, I think of swords, I think about your thoughts, your perceptions. I think of where, your mind is, okay? So if your head is all a cloudy mess, how are you going to see straight? How are you going to intuit clearly? You have to tap into your intuition. You have to see clearly, to feel things clearly. So I feel like the clouds are just saying that there could be some confusion in the air as well, all right, that you need to clear away. So that way you can charge ahead confidently in the direction or the path that you've chosen, okay? So the Chariot is always a card to me of strong focus, success, willpower, drive, determination to get the job done and to see something through from beginning to end. And a lot of times when the Chariot card comes up in the tarot, we know that there's really no time to look back on the past, okay? We have to keep charging forward if we're going to continue to move in the direction of our aspirations, our goals, our dreams, right? So I feel like get rid of the confusion so that way you can do that, because there could be some confusion or uncertainty, okay, that could be getting in the way of your focus or your goals or the direction that you want to go in. All right. And you do have the Knight of Swords, with sometimes this card can speak of stress and chaos and just I almost want to say I don't know why I'm hearing this, but like charging ahead blindly. All right. Whenever we're so caught up in the moment, we can do that. We have a tendency of charging full steam ahead without really seeing things clearly. It's almost like a passion thing, right? And I don't know, I feel like the clouds in this card and here are kind of resonating together in the sense that you want to be rational about things. You want to be clear-headed about things. You want to be logical in your approach. So you don't want to do anything without thinking it through. That's the vibe I'm getting from this, from the Knight of Swords energy with the distant thunder card. It's basically saying, you may not see the entire picture clearly right now as far as the direction that you're going. You don't know what necessarily lies ahead, but if you charge ahead, okay, because Knights are all about movement and action and moving forward. If you charge ahead confidently, okay, remember he carries the sword of truth in his hand. If you charge ahead with confidence, okay, that will clear the path. That will clear the way forward. Your confidence comes from somewhere deep within. It's like this knowing, like you know what you're supposed to be doing, so go and do that. Why are you letting, I feel like, I don't know why I'm hearing like the logistics, right? The logistics of everyday life, the overwhelming nature, and that's where I'm getting like the chaos energy from this card sometimes, like the overwhelming nature of everything you have to do, of all the logistics that are in front of you, all the paperwork, okay? Like little things like that. Why are you letting those things get in the way? When really, and that's where the clouds come in, right? Those are all the things that muddle the waters for us, the logistics, the everyday things. Why are you letting those things get in the way of you charging forward confidently? You have what it takes, okay? The Chariot card definitely has what it takes. We can allow a lot of times the things that confuse us, the uncertainty of the unknown, muddle the waters and prevent us from charging ahead confidently. And I think that the Knight of Swords can be a little chaotic. If he's seen in a bad light, he can charge ahead without thinking things through. But I feel like this Knight of Swords energy is saying to truly consider and think things through logically, rationally, okay? Stay focused. What is true to you? Remember, he holds a sword of truth in his hand. What is your truth, in other words? And be confident in that truth and in the direction that you're going, because your truth is what's going to carry you forward and help you succeed, okay? So what is true to you? Pay attention to what your heart is telling you. Pay attention to what your soul is asking you to do, and go and do that despite the uncertainty that lies ahead, despite the confusion you might feel in your mind. Let that go, put it aside, and just trust yourself, okay? Because that's really what I'm hearing from this. Trust yourself. This is also Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, okay? So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. That could be your energy somewhere in your chart. So definitely consider that if there's somebody in your midst that maybe, I don't know, maybe they could be telling you can't when all you know is that you should. You know what I mean? Like if you're saying in your mind, in your heart, you're feeling like you could do something and someone else is saying that you can't, you know, that can muddy the waters for you. All right. We do have the Five of Cups, so water sign energy. You know, whenever I see this, it's a feeling of loss. Okay, a feeling of loss, sometimes a challenge or a feeling of lack. And the Three Cups spilled, maybe some regrets. You know, you could be looking at the situation like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how to pick up the pieces. I don't know where to start from here. I don't know where to go from here. Okay, like I said, I was feeling the muddled waters. Okay, from the distant thunder energy. I was feeling the muddled perceptions, the muddled thoughts. Okay, and it's a little bit of emotion and mind and emotion, maybe troubling you or making you think that you can't. Okay, in this card you also see clouds. So there's a desire to move forward with the Knight of Swords, right? But there's a little confusion in the midst of moving forward, when all you have to do is trust yourself and your knowing and rely on that, taking the first steps forward. Whenever we look at the Five of Cups, we know something's been lost. You have the Tooth here as well, okay? It also speaks of loss. It speaks of separation. Sometimes something unhealthy, okay? So I don't know if you're confused and be trying to walk away. You know, the card here says Chariot, charge ahead with confidence, stay strong and focused, okay? Maybe there was something that disappointed you with that Five of Cups. Maybe it caused a separation of some sort with the Tooth energy, and sometimes we can look at the Five of Cups as that, like a breakup, a loss, a rejection. Like the Three Cups are spilled, you can't get them back. It's like a broken plate. You know, you can try to glue it together, but it's never going to be the same plate it once was whole at the time before it broke. All right, so I feel like something's been lost. You're trying to pick up the pieces. You're trying to move forward from something or someone, and you might be a little bit confused on how to do that right now. But I also want to say with the Knight of Swords, stand in your truth and move forward in that truth, because that's where your confidence is, okay? We see that the Two Cups are here still standing, and I know you've heard this, you know, about the Five of Cups plenty of times already. If you've watched plenty of videos, you know, you still have the Two Cups standing in the background. So it's not a total loss, okay? Not a total loss. You still have a lot going for you. What you need to do is, again, the perceptions, the air energy, right? You got to change the perception. You got to change the way you're thinking about the situation. Stand in that truth, face the music, and move ahead confidently, knowing that truth. All right? Because if you remain strong in that, you're not going to allow anybody to confuse you or I want to say manipulate. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but maybe there's a little bit of manipulation tactic somewhere in the situation. Somebody's trying to confuse you or tell you can't, or you know what's true, but they're trying to convince you that that's not true, okay? There could be a little bit of that. I want you to stand in your truth in regards to what this is saying. Like, I feel like your angels and ancestors, your spirit guides are saying, hey, you know deep down what's your truth. Stand strong in that. Don't allow anybody to tell you otherwise, because what you're intuitively feeling is what's correct. Okay? So I don't know if like an ex or somebody's trying to convince you of something, but you know the truth. You know, there could be that vibe. You have the Seven of Wands, and these are little Bob Ross playing cards, by the way. And the Seven of Wands, you know, is all about standing firm, standing strong in what you believe in, not backing down. Defending yourself, okay, defending your beliefs, defending love if you have to, standing up for someone else, standing up for you. These little Bob Ross cards have sayings on them, and sometimes they do apply very well to the tarot card meaning, but this one says every painting is going to be different, and that's what makes it great. I love that, because I feel like some of you with the Chariot energy are moving away from something or someone. You're charging ahead. You're leaving the past or the dust behind you. Like, you don't have time to look back and focus on what went wrong anymore. I feel like you're this energy, but you're shifting and turning around to what is remaining, turning around to what is good, looking on the breast, starting to look on the bright side, right? So when I see this little quote here, yeah, this might be a new chapter for you. It may be different, all right? It's a new painting, let's say, and it's not going to be the same as the painting you're leaving behind per se, right? But that's what makes it great. That's what makes it exciting. It's a new journey, a new chapter, a new sense of direction, right? The Chariot's always going in the direction that it's led to go in. So I feel like some of you are leaving something or someone behind, and there's, like the quote is saying, there's something else to be explored here, okay? Every painting is going to be different, and that's what makes it great. Yeah, that's what makes this new leg of the journey, okay, the Chariot card, that's what makes this new leg of the journey exciting, because it is different. It is a little bit of the unknown, all right? You're clearing the air, like the Distant Thunder card says. You're clearing the air from all the BS, from all the junk, from all the muck, from all the muddled waters, from all the uncertainty. You're relying on truth and what matters and what is important to you, and that's what you're standing strong in with the Seven of Wands, and that's what you're defending in order to move forward confidently, okay? That's what I'm getting from these cards here. Despite the disappointment of the Five of Cups, despite the sadness, despite the letdowns, the regrets that you might have, despite the sadness that someone made you feel, you have been able to see your truth and then move forward with that, okay? And yeah, you have the pomegranate, which is all about abundance and well-being and prosperity. So I feel like that's what you're wanting to move forward towards, okay? You're fighting for what you deserve. I want to say you deserve your abundance. You deserve your blessings. Despite the loss, despite the separation, despite maybe an unhealthy situation, I feel like this is what you're leaving behind. Okay, you're fighting for you now. All right. I feel like this is, you know what? The Chariot is also a number, I believe it's a number 7 in the tarot. So you have 2 7s here. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Yeah, you have 3 7s. Okay. Chariot, yeah, if I remember correctly, in the tarot is a number 7. You have a 7 here, and you have the 7 in the tooth. So you have 777. Okay. You can maybe look that up as an angel number. But yeah, and that's, to me, a lucky number, right? And maybe that's why the abundance card came up as well. But I feel like you're moving past all of this. You're really in a good mind space now. Maybe you're taking the irrational and logical approach and standing in the truth and what makes sense in order to do that. You're not allowing anybody to confuse you any longer. You're not confused anymore either. You really know what you want. And the 7 of Wands is saying that it's fighting for that. It's standing firm in that. Therefore, you're clearing the air of any confusion or, you know, manipulation in the past, whether that be in a past relationship or any sadness. You're not... I feel like your mind is just clear, and that's why you're moving forward with the Knight of Swords too. Remember, he moves forward, he takes action, he's a card of movement and going places. I feel like that is a beautiful energy here. So clear mind, okay, is what I want to say, and focused. So pat yourself on the back for that one, because I think so many of us go through, you know, ups and downs, like feeling if we can or if we should, or it's like the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And once we can get past all that and really clearly know what we want, then we can move forward in that. Okay, so I'm going to take your final oracle card here. Oh, look at that. Okay. And look at all the pretty butterflies. Oh, look, and that looks like one of those leopard moths. I actually have a caterpillar of one of those in front of my house right now, and he just keeps moving and then going back to the same place. It's really strange. I'm hoping that I can actually see him transform or something, or fly around eventually. But anyway, it says, you are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Again, I'm going to go back to the abundance, okay? So your abundance and your blessings are on the way as a result of this transformation. I feel like whatever you're putting behind you with this 5 of Cups, whatever you're moving away from with the Chariot, okay, is going to bring this transformation. And through that transformation, okay, is your abundance. And, okay, everything will be different, and that's what's going to make it great. That is not going to be the same. It is going to be different. But that is what will make it great. So trust the transformation, trust the process, okay? Because it's taking you in the direction of your blessings. Okay. So stack number 1, that was your reading. I hope it relates. If you feel it does, please do leave me a little message in the comment section below, because I love hearing from everybody. On to number 2. All right, so I'm going to save this. I'm going to put this over here, save this for last. All right, so we have crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. That's beautiful. If I just consider the imagery of the bridge, right? I feel like he's crossing over to the other side. That maybe he's leaving something behind him, and he's moving over to where he can find healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. I don't know why this is giving me 6 of Swords vibes, okay? But it is kind of that, because they cross water as well in that boat with the 6 of Swords, and they too are trying to find healing, releasing, moving forward, peace of mind, right? Like, that's the vibe I'm getting from this. And it says, have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. Okay, so these two connect very well for me, okay? Because like I said, this is giving me 6 of Swords vibes, and we have the dragonfly energy, which is talking about renewal. And whenever I think of renewal, I do think of peace of mind, okay? There is a healing, a releasing, a restoration here, a renewal. You're on the mend, and it's toward good things, okay? So I feel like some of you are releasing things and people or situations from the past. Maybe the mindset has changed. That's why the dragonfly is here. It says, have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. Some of you are really maybe trying to heal and focus on yourselves, work on your own well-being, whether that be, working out, healing the mind, body, spirit. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from this, and you can only benefit when you're working on those things. Because I think if you are trying to love yourself, trying to take care of yourself, you are putting yourself in a really good place to be of help to others when you take care of yourself first. Like, so many of us neglect ourselves, right? We're so busy taking care of others and overwhelmed with our everyday situations that we do tend to neglect our health and well-being. And I feel like this is you now shifting the focus on your way to taking better care of yourself, loving yourself more, so that way, you can be of service to others. I always say, like, if you're a mom, you're so busy caring about your kids, a lot of times you forget about yourself, and we got to love ourselves. We got to take care of ourselves in order for us to help be in good enough shape to take care of everybody else, right? So I feel like that's what you're doing. You're in a really good place. You're on your way towards a really good place or state of mind. So we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. Okay, this is all really good stuff. So I feel like the universe is basically saying right now with these energies, we had the word confidence listed twice. So we have it in the first reading, and we also have it here. So I feel like I feel like this is like reassurance. Like your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides are basically saying, you got this. It's okay. You're in a really good place. You're on the right track, right? You're on your way towards success, stability, a strong foundation, okay, with these two cards. You've overcome with the Six of Wands. I look at the Six of Wands and I'm like, triumph over obstacles, right? Perseverance, accolades, recognition, victory, right? And then you have this, the Ten of Pentacles, which is such stability. It is strong, stable, steady, something long-term and for the long haul. So I'm looking at this like you're on your way towards, I feel, your goals being achieved with the Six of Wands and long-term stability. Some of you could have your finances in check, or, you know, focusing on preparing for the future. A lot of times when I look at this, I can think of marriage, long-term commitments, anything that you're trying to stabilize for the future. So I'm looking at this like, yeah, you have this. You're okay. You're on the right track. Okay, you're crossing bridges here towards a better, more stable, prosperous life. Okay, with these four cards here, things are improving. You should be proud of yourself. You've achieved so much. You're golden. Like that's what I'm hearing from this. You are golden, the golden child. Okay, and you have what it takes with the Six of Wands here to accomplish and to overcome anything. You've already shown that you can. You survived much. Whenever I look at the Six of Wands, I think of a soldier who's gotten back from war. You know, he's seen the worst of things, but yet he's still strong, standing strong. He survived, okay? Like, I feel like the crossing bridges is saying you've recently, or just in the recent past, you had experienced a tough situation, okay? Because it says it's a time for healing now. Connecting, mending, and releasing the past, getting over the past, moving past the past, right? I feel like recently you've been through a lot, and you're finally now moving in the right direction, releasing the things that hinder you, block you, hurt you. Hinder, block, or hurt you. And I feel like your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, the universe is basically saying to have confidence through these changes, through this renewal, okay? Because that's where your joy is going to be. And spirit is going to connect to you and bless you, okay? And we're already seeing this firm, strong foundation, whether it be monetarily, you know, in earthly, tangible things, or spiritually, okay? There's a firm foundation here. I almost want to say the universe has you on solid ground and will support you with that 10. With that 10 of Pentacles, because if you see the couple here, you see how, you know, he has his arm around her. He's embracing her. He's supporting her. And you have triumph. You have triumphed over the recent adversity of this energy here, because if you're mending, if you're healing, it's because you probably went through something tough, okay? If you're on your way towards renewal, and if you're changing and you're crossing over from one state of being to the next, it's because you've recently transformed or changed or transitioned, okay, into a different way of life, a state of mind, a way of being, a physical experience, okay? You've gotten past that, you moved on from it, and now it's time for you to really shine, okay? We have that energy coming here from the Six of Wands. It's your time to shine. So that's why this Dragonfly card is saying to have confidence and great joy, okay? Because you deserve it. All right, you deserve the accolades. You deserve the firm foundation after all you've recently gone through and experienced. You have achieved much. You know, I look at the Ten of Pentacles, I see success. I also see that as well with the Six of Wands. Much success, whether they be financial, whether they be, you know, material, whether it be spiritual success. Okay, wands are about your inspiration. You're about your divine spark. Okay, and what moves you and motivates you. So I could look at the wands as a spiritual energy, and I could look at the Ten of Pentacles, you know, as your earthly energy. So it's like almost like you've been able to master both worlds. All right, and because of that, you will have your success. I feel like the dragonfly, to me, can sometimes, as well as a butterfly, can be a symbol of transmutation. So you've managed to transmute a lot of stuff you've recently been through, and because of that, you have you know, these two successful energies here now going in the right direction. Okay, you've done the work, in other words. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, another earthly energy card. So because there's two Pentacle cards here, I could, you know, easily say you might be dealing with Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. That's possible. I know it's not like a court card or anything, but you do have the Pentacles very prevalently here. So the Seven of Pentacles is about like not giving up. Okay, you're like on the brink of something. You're like on the verge of deciding, okay, am I going to throw in the towel? Am I going to give up now? You know, what can I do differently? How can I make this better? It is kind of like a reassessment of a situation. You're trying to see what you can do to improve. I look at the Seven of Pentacles like, I look at the Seven of Pentacles like, okay, here's this bush in your garden, right? You know, it's struggling to bear fruit, right? How do I prune it? How do I trim it? What does it need? You know, what kind of fertilizer does it need? Does it need plant food? Like, what can I do to have this Seven of Pentacles energy turn into the 8, the 9, the 10, right? You're looking at the whole picture. You're stepping outside of your box. You're trying to take a objective approach to the situation to see what it needs so that way you can make it better. And I feel like you already done that because we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So I think this is saying you've done the analyzing, okay? You've analyzed your situation. You looked at it up, down, left, right, back, front, flipped it upside down and inside out. And because of that, because you did the work, now you've reached your Ten of Pentacles and your success. All right? I feel like you weren't going to give up. Because sometimes, like I said, throwing in the towel, that Seven of Pentacles can really mean that sometimes, where you're like, you're so close to giving up. You know, you're so close to giving up, but you didn't. And that's why you have your Six of Wands here as your success, your triumph, and your victory. Okay? You pushed through. Even when things were, you know, bleak or seemed like you weren't going to ever get ahead, you know, you got out of that mindset. And now you're being blessed, you're being rewarded. It's like the universe is saying, you know, you triumphed. You didn't give up. And because of that, you know, we believed in you, and we're glad that you believed in yourself, okay? That's what I'm hearing from this reading here. And now, like I said, the firm foundations of the Ten of Pentacles, right? And then you have the gift energy, which to me is like all those seeds. Okay, I'm going to go back to, this is beautiful. I'm going to go back to the Seven of Pentacles. Because if you consider what the original like Rider-Waite depiction of that card is, like I said, the garden, right? The bush in the garden. He's trying to prune this plant. He's trying to bear fruit. He wants it to, here's your fruit. He wants it to bear fruit. He wants it to prosper and grow and develop, you know, and yield a crop, right? You have seeds in this card. So I feel like you didn't give up. You planted the seed, but you didn't give up on the tree itself, right? You did anything that you could to see it come to fruition. You did everything and anything and everything that you could to see it bear fruit. Whatever this is, it could be a personal goal, it could be career, it could be your health, your spiritual well-being, could be anything tangible and earthly matters because of the Pentacles, you know, are prevalent here. But you planted the seed and now it's bearing fruit. You have this gift, this blessing, okay? Apples are very synonymous with abundance, okay? And if you dream of an apple tree, pay attention to, or if you dream of apples, pay attention to the condition of the apple itself wherever you see it, okay? Because if it's shiny, if it's pretty, if it's, you know, healthy looking apple on an apple tree or in a bowl or something like that, that does speak of abundance. It does speak of fruitfulness and blessings, okay? So you did plant the seed. You didn't give up with the 7. Okay, you didn't give up on that plant in the garden. All right, you didn't give up on it. You didn't let it wilt away. You kept pushing and striving to see it bear fruit. Okay, and these 2 cards go beautifully together. And what else does it take for a plant to grow and bear fruit? You need plenty of sunshine. You have the sun card here, which is amazing. I'm gonna read the little quote. It says, "There's nothing wrong with having a tree as a friend." Like you didn't give up on that that dream, that situation. You didn't give up on yourself. I feel like you were that tree. You were that plant. You didn't give up. All right. You planted the seeds of manifestation. You didn't give up on that goal. You didn't give up on that vision. All right. I feel like you nurtured that friendship. You nurtured that goal. You nurtured that dream, that aspiration, that vision. Okay? And now it's bearing fruit. The seeds you plant are now bearing fruit. You have the sun here, which is about success, illumination. Seeing clearly, right? Seeing a situation clearly. The sun always shines light on a situation. It exposes things and brings them to light, right? So I feel like your success, again, we're going to go back to the 6 of Wands, success, okay? So you're on the road to success. You didn't give up. You almost threw in the towel, but on your dream, your wish, whatever it was that you had in mind for yourself, you almost threw in the towel. You didn't give up. And because you didn't give up, you know, in the process of not giving up, you've built firm foundations, a solid foundation in who you are, in what you want, and what you desire for your life. And now you're crossing the bridge towards, you know, a better self, a better version of yourself, a better outlook on life, okay? I'm gonna go back to this card here. You're healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. You know, it's time now. It's time you enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's time that you enjoy your successes, that you see all that you've worked so hard for finally pay off. Okay? So I'm going to take, you know, I could also, real quick, could also look at the sun card as travel, you know, like a sunny place. All right? So I could look at this and say, hey, some of you you know, maybe put money away with the 7 of Pentacles, really like, you know, analyzing your finances, putting money away, saving, building a firm foundation towards a dream of travel, maybe, and now you're finally able to go do that. Like I'm looking at I don't know, I'm feeling the seeds, like you've planted seeds towards manifesting something in regards to travel. That's a possibility. And now you're going to have your time in the sun. You're going to be able to decompress on that vacation. You know, that's just real quick. Not everybody's going to experience that, but I can definitely see that with this card stack here. So let's see what this says. Hold on. Look at that. Inner wisdom. Athena says, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. That's beautiful, because I look, like I said, you didn't give up with the 7 of Pentacles. You might have analyzed the entire situation, but you were wise enough, I think, with this card to know what your situation needed, so that way you could succeed. And then you did that. You accomplished it. You've arrived at a better place because of your wisdom, your maybe spiritual connection. Again, renewal and connection to spirit with the dragonfly, right? So you had that wise connection to spirit. You were able to see and trust and know, all right? And that's what has led you on this path towards success. Your own inner wisdom, your intuitive abilities, I feel. Okay, you've always known what to do. And that's what has gotten you to this really good place right now. So again, number 2, you should be really proud of yourself in the direction that you've gone. Your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides are proud of you. They're saying you got this. Have confidence. Know that you're on the road to success. So I'm going to start with 3. Save this one for last. I don't want to miss any. Okay. All right. It says traveling lightly, simplifying your life, or simplify your life. It says, luck, you are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. This is beautiful. So traveling lightly, some of you could be traveling. I could also see this as letting go of baggage, right? Letting go of baggage. I don't know about you, but when I travel, all I take is a carry-on, and that's it. It doesn't matter if I'm going away for a week, 2 weeks. I never put my suitcase, in the, I guess, underside, whatever they do with the suitcases when they put them underneath the plane. I never do that. I always put it, in the overhead right above my seat. That's how light I travel. And I feel like this is saying letting go of baggage, traveling light, not allowing anything to weigh you down, so you simplify, okay? And it says you are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. So look at his body language. He's walking towards something. Yeah, look. It says the way, right? The way ahead. All right, the way ahead. He's walking towards something. So something lies ahead. These 2 cards are indicating that. You're right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. You're walking towards those opportunities. The way ahead. So I'm feeling good about this card. I feel like you've let go of a lot of baggage recently. Luck is on your side. The universe has your back. You're not allowing yourself to be weighed down by anything anymore. And you're walking towards a different path, a different journey, a lot lighter, maybe a lot lighter of mind, body, spirit, which is a beautiful thing, because if you could stay positive, your outlook on life changes, and you really just allow things to flow towards you when you're in that mind space, right? Or that you really allow yourself, when you're looking at life through a positive lens, you're just in flow, right? You're just in flow, and you're allowing things to naturally flow to you because you know that they will. It's just this easygoing confidence. It's just this trust in the way that the universe works. It's like releasing fear. Okay, fear is a baggage, and it does weigh you down. It'll prevent you from accomplishing a lot in life. It'll always creep up and create self-doubt. And honestly, when I look at these 2 cards, I feel like some of you have released that baggage and that fear. You've left what no longer serves you behind. And because of that, you're opening yourself up to receive. And the universe is saying, hey, you feel happy-go-lucky, you feel light, you've released the burdens, you released the baggage. So now you're right to feel confident and strong and optimistic about what lies ahead. Because now you don't have anything weighing you down or blocking or preventing you from your luck or your blessings. You have no more blockages, I want to say, getting in the way of your blessings. So this is beautiful. You have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Rods. So this is new energy. So I look at him, I'm like, yeah, he's going in a new direction. He's leaving the past behind. He's managed to strip himself of anything that's hindering his blessings. He's released anything and everything that's no longer serving him, and he's just carrying lightly and happy and free. And because of that, your luck is changing. You've opened doors of opportunity, okay? And here is your new door. The Ace of Wands is inspiration. It's your spark. It's your drive, your aha moment. It is the initial idea or inspiration that moves you. It's you're in the car and you're putting the pedal to the metal with the Ace of Wands, okay? It's the fire inside, the fire underneath you that gets you moving, that pushes you in the direction that you're supposed to go. And it really creates this spark and this new opportunity of growth and inspiration. So I feel like something has inspired you recently, freed you up, and now you feel that spark of inspiration. Now it's like, okay, the world is mine. I can take it on now. And you're super optimistic, I feel, with the luck card here, because something has changed within you. Something has shifted. You've released something. You've freed yourself up. So now there's nothing to hold you back from walking through this brand new door of opportunity with the Ace. You have the Queen of Swords, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This energy will stand in its truth, right? It will stand firm in its truth, and it will take no prisoners, okay? So it's like, I feel like a determination, like I'm going to do this. Like I know what it is that I want. I've thought this through. I'm determined. The Queen of Swords is like a badass to me. Like she's, out of all the queens, she's the one that will not yield, okay? Very strong, determined energy. She has a backbone of steel. She's one of the strongest in my eyes. And you've been smart. She's also very intelligent. So I feel like you're smart about this. You know what you're doing. You know what you want. And you're going to stand in that and trust and know that this is the best thing for you. I also look at the Queen of Swords as sometimes having to cut people out or off. Okay? And I could look at this sword like, remember I said the first card, the lightning or lighting of the load here, the traveling light card. Like, you might have had to take your sword and cut the ropes, okay? Lighten the load. Cut something away or someone away in order to lighten your load, okay? She can be harsh, but she has to set boundaries sometimes, to protect herself, to protect her own mental health, well-being, and situation, right? So I look at the sword like, she has to do what she has to do. And she's going to do it because she has to protect herself. And she will cut through to the truth of the matter. She will always search for the truth. And she will always cut away what is holding her back. So that way she can reach her truth. Okay, and you have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like if you had to cut something away or someone away, or you had to lighten your load in some way, I feel like it's because with the Two of Pentacles, it's always about equilibrium, right? Trying to, again, you have the balance card here. These are two cards of balance that you have. And when I think of Libra energy, I know this represents Gemini and Aquarius also, but when I think of Libra, I think of balance, right? So we have two cards of balance, and you had to find that equilibrium, and something just had to go, right? Something just has to go in order for you to lighten your load and move forward and pursue the opportunities that are ahead. Something had to go. All right, this is a new door opening to you. And the way we walk through a new opportunity or walk through a new door is if we close the old one behind us, right? We're stepping into a new chapter, a new situation. But in order to step into the new, we have to let go of the old. And I feel like the Queen of Swords did that somehow. She cut something out of her life. She lightened the load so she could move forward and pursue other opportunities and pursue what makes her happy, right, with this luck card. And it was all about, finding that equilibrium, finding that happy balance in a situation. Again, more feathers here. So like flying high, feeling light as a feather, right? You had to find that happy medium. The Two of Pentacles is all about weighing the pros and cons of a situation and trying to, maybe meet in the middle of that. See what works, see what doesn't. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles is about, happy balance between, work and life, everyday life. Sometimes it's a feeling of, so many ups and downs, all work, no play. You got to find a balance between all of those things in order to truly live comfortably, okay? If there's an imbalance, you got to lighten that load, all right, until it does balance itself out again. Think of weights and measures, okay? A scale. You have to find the happy medium somewhere along the line. I feel the Queen of Swords has definitely done that. Sometimes the twos can speak of a choice. So you had to decide something. Like I said, I feel like having to decide what stays and what goes, what works and what doesn't. You had to do that recently, therefore lightening your load in some way, whatever that means to you. Finding the balance that you needed. And you feel free now, okay? The freedom that I feel is coming from here. All right? There is freedom in not having so much weighing you down anymore, okay? You do feel a little liberated. I feel like your luck has changed in some way because you have been freed of something that was holding you back from other opportunities or other things in your future. I feel like now that you've gotten rid of that thing, the doors are opening up. The doors are opening up for you. You're finding a better balance in a situation. You've made good decisions, okay? The Queen of Swords does make great decisions. She looks at everything, analyzes it with her sword of truth, searches for the truth in order to make the right choice. And I feel like you've done that. As a result of that, you found your balance, you found your open door, you let go of what no longer serves you. All right, and you have the Hand card, which, speaks of giving and receiving, equal give and take. It is, okay, whenever I see this, it reminds me of the Six of Pentacles, okay? Like it's a reciprocal energy, someone giving you a hand, you lending someone a hand. It is that give and receive, give and take energy. It is also about help. It can speak of friendship. Okay. Your talents, your skills. And sometimes it can speak of like an agreement. Okay, you shake on something. You come to an agreement with someone or something. But I am looking at this more like with the Two of Pentacles energy. I'm seeing it more like the equal give and take, okay? The happy medium, the reciprocal energy, finding the happy balance in a situation. It could have to do with work. Maybe some of you are leaving a job behind that really weighed you down in some way. And you're searching, or you're finding other opportunities. Maybe an opportunity was presented to you with this Ace. A new job opportunity opened up for you. Because this card speaks of your skills, your talents, using your hands to create, right? And make something. Maybe somebody offered you an opportunity with this Hand card that is going to, create more of a work and life balance, right? You see clearly, I think, with this, like she has the sword. The sword of truth always clears the air to me. So I feel like a decision, an opportunity presenting itself to you, you finding a happy medium, letting something go in order to find that healthy balance in a situation. somebody offering you something, whether it be an opportunity, you finding equilibrium or a reciprocated. The situation now that you're moving into, I feel with this ace, is going to reciprocate. It's going to give back to you as much as you have been giving it, or as much as you are capable of giving it. So it'll be, I feel, balanced. I feel like some of you might have been in a work situation or relationship situation or something that wasn't really equal give and take. And you've let it go, you put it behind you, you're looking forward to new things, you're going in a different direction, you're pursuing other opportunities or situations that are going to make you happier, that are going to give you that love back. You know, like if you're giving as much energy to something, you want to see that it's paying off, that it's feeding you as much as you're feeding into it, right? So I feel like you're approaching a new situation that's going to bring that to you and give you the balance that you've been searching for. Like I feel like the lightening of the load and something that was no longer serving you, you've done it. You've released the baggage, you've let it go, and now the opportunities are opening up because of that. And I feel like somebody offered something to you and you're taking it and running with it. Okay, with this here. Luck has been on your side in this case. The universe is like literally handing you an opportunity with the luck and the Ace of Wands energy. And you might be debating it a little bit with the Two of Pentacles, but I feel like these cards are saying stay optimistic, okay? Because it says you're right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. Stay optimistic. Because whatever this opportunity is, it's going to bring you a better balance in life, okay? You're going to be a lot happier. You're going to feel a little bit more at ease. And where things at one time were out of whack, they won't be anymore. Okay? It could be work-oriented because of the hand, which, like I said, goes back to your talents, your skills, your abilities, and how you create things or what you do with your physical hands. So it could be about labor, work, career, talents, new job maybe. But some kind of opportunity is going to come in and be offered to you, and it's going to change things. It's going to make you a lot happier. You're going to be able to let go of the baggage of the past, of the things that were weighing you down. No more blockages. Opportunities abound. Okay? So stay positive, stay focused, trust your own decision making as well with the Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. I think you're on the right track. So I'm going to take your little, your final oracle card here. Okay, it says Iseult. It says undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Okay, so this reads more like a love card, right? But like I said, if you were lightening your load, letting go of something that no longer serves you, if you were in a situation like that, it wasn't reciprocal. Like you were giving it all of your love, but it wasn't giving all of its love back to you. You know, that kind of thing. Like it needs to be, as much as you're giving to a situation, it should be returned. Like if, I don't know how to explain this. It's more like, yeah, I understand like you shouldn't really expect anything in return. You give out of the kindness and the unconditional love of your heart. Absolutely. But I also believe that if you do good things, how can you not attract good things back to you, right? So all the love that you put into the situation, all the hard work that you've put into a situation, I feel like this is saying that wasn't in vain. Okay, you might be putting it behind you. You might be lightening your load, releasing things that no longer serve you, but that doesn't mean all the love and the time and the energy that you gave to that situation you're walking away from wasn't, it doesn't mean that it was in vain, okay? It wasn't in vain. You still put out good vibes and positivity out into the world. And that in itself, as the card said, is eternal. Regardless of how it ended, it doesn't matter. You put that good energy out there, and you should be proud of that. Okay? So I do feel like there's I don't know, I'm feeling the love coming back to you full circle. Okay, so all the energy that you've put out recently, I feel like that is going to come around full circle and turn its way back to you. Like, the scales have to be balanced. Okay, so there was an imbalance in a situation, I feel, before. So now the scales have to balance themselves out. We have 2 cards of trying to find balance. 2 cards of trying to find balance. So if something wasn't reciprocated here, okay, they will be moving forward, because the scales always have to find balance. The universe always has to find balance. Okay, like I said, the Queen of Swords energy reminded me of Libra. So I do feel like the love that you put out there, or the energy that you put out there, and all the hard work you put out there before wasn't in vain. It wasn't. Now, here's your time to get that paid in kind, okay? You have the luck on your side card, because there are opportunities that lie ahead that will create this balance where before there was none, and that's why you had to let it go in the first place. All right? That's what this is saying. It wasn't in vain. All right, and I forgot to read the little message on here. It says, let's get crazy. What the heck? Take a 2-inch brush. This is your bravery test. Wow. Okay. That's your bravery test. Are you brave enough to walk forward? To embrace the opportunities that lie ahead? Are you brave enough to lighten your load? To release what no longer serves you? To release what hinders and blocks you? Okay, because you do deserve that reciprocal energy in whatever situation you may find yourself in, whether that be love, career, family, whatever it is. You deserve that. You deserve as much love and energy that you're giving to something. You deserve that to be given back to you in kind. Okay? So are you brave enough? Okay, because this is your test. Like I said, you might have to make a decision. Are you brave enough to make the decision that you know you should make? Right? This is your test. I feel like you passed the test, if you ask me. Yeah. And the opportunity is now being presented to you. So this is your reading, guys. I hope that you got the messages that you needed, that, the universe needed you to hear. I think these are all beautiful. They all, I feel like they all connect in some way, okay? But if they do connect with you, whichever card stack you picked, please do let me know in the comment section down below. I love hearing from everybody. Just a quick update before I, shut off the video. I'm not having your monthly readings for each zodiac sign up this month. I have a lot going on in my personal life, and I have not been able to get to it. A lot going on. So I apologize for that, but I will randomly have some pick a cards up for you this month to make up for that. Like I said, connect with me, through the comment section down below. If you need a personal reading, my Etsy shop is open. You can check me out there. I also have crystal jewelry I make by hand. If you want to purchase a piece of jewelry to support this channel as well, you can visit me on Twitter and on Instagram also. So I'll leave you here, guys. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, a beautiful month, and I'll have more card readings up for you soon. Take care, much love, and bye-bye.